Cultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henney and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to each and every one of you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. I say mostly cloudy skies. We do have a couple locations here and there that are looking at a little bit of sun. Port Huron is one of them. And then you've got to go all the way up into the Upper Peninsula before you see anybody else. And right now, Ironwood is looking at some light snow, and then they're getting a little bit of sun. Currently in the Upper Peninsula, we're looking at temperatures anywhere from 23 at Kinross to about 35 degrees in Menominee. Here, 35 degrees at the airport, 37 at Radio Center, downtown Midland 35, downtown Bay City is currently at 35 degrees. Very little wind, so we don't have a wind chill to contend with, which makes it not all that bad of a day. If we did have some sun, it would be even better, but this is December. And this time of the year, expect a whole lot more in the way of cloudy skies. Nothing like what we had yesterday. That is an exception to the rule, where temperatures in many areas were in the upper 50s, especially in southern Michigan. This morning, those folks, especially in southwest Michigan, were greeted to a little bit of snow, and then they got some rain. And right now, Lansing is reporting light snow and 35. Looking at some light snow in the Detroit area, where it is currently 35 degrees as well. Marshall is talking rain. Coldwater is talking rain right now. That is the majority of the precipitation. We're not really looking at anything more in the way of precipitation anywhere until you get up into, as we said, the Upper Peninsula. What are we looking at as we go through the remainder of the day? Temperatures are going to be holding true. We'll actually pick up another 2 or 3 before the day is all done. We're looking for a high of about 38 here in the Great Lakes Bay region. There is going to be a chance, ever so slight, but a chance of a flurry or maybe a little bit of drizzle, but that's going to be it. Nothing really, quite frankly, that's going to freeze. And we're going to be looking at a southwest breeze right around 5 miles per hour. Tonight, 34, clearing skies, at least not nearly as cloudy, but we'll still have some clouds around. 34 is what we're looking at for a low tonight. So where we are right now is pretty close to what we're going to be tonight. Then during the day tomorrow, not all that bad of a day, partly sunny skies. Some people are saying it's the lull before the storm. I really don't think the storm is going to be all that bad precipitation-wise. We're going to be looking at 38 for a high tomorrow with partly sunny skies. High pressure over Indiana and Ohio is going to be the weather generator for us. There is a low-pressure system over Montana tomorrow, and that is going to be moving toward us because on Sunday, we're going to be a little bit cooler. 49 is going to be our high, and that's going to be later in the day on Sunday. Mostly cloudy skies. There is going to be the chance of seeing some snow, possibly some rain, turning back into snow. We will be looking at a southeast breeze during the day on Sunday, so that is going to increase the chances of precipitation. Again, lake effect type activity, southeast wind, and by Sunday afternoon and early Sunday night, we're going to see some wind gusts of right around 30 miles per hour, and that is going to be the reason why we're going to be looking at a chance of some snow showers with a temperature of 32 on Sunday night, and then on Monday, clouds, rain, snow, more than likely liquid precipitation, 40 degrees for a high on Monday, 20 for a low on Monday night, and then a system. This will be system number 2. The first one is going to be giving us what we'll pick up on Sunday and Sunday night, and then Monday morning. The second one, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night into Wednesday, where temperatures are going to struggle to hit 30 degrees, more than likely 30, 31, I think. And there is going to be the chance of some snow shower activity out of the system, especially later in the day on Tuesday. But the big story is going to be the winds. We will be seeing wind speeds well over 30 miles per hour, not only during the day on Sunday, but also Sunday night. And we will see some gusts even more than that. Strange as it may seem, yeah, you thought it was windy yesterday. It sure was. We had a wind gust at MBS International Airport yesterday of 48 miles per hour. And my guess is that's probably what we're going to come pretty close to late in the day on Sunday, more likely on Sunday night and early Monday morning. Long range, though, seems to indicate that our temperatures overall, once we get past this cold snap first part and into the middle part of next week, we're going to be seeing our temperatures begin to rise a little bit, and precipitation values for the most part, we're going to get a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but we're not really looking for a whole lot of substance with any of these precipitation patterns. Normal high for this time of the year is 39, the normal low 26, record on this date set back 9 years ago, 2012. 64 degrees. The record low set back in 1940 was 2 below. Sun will set this evening at 5, rise tomorrow morning at 7:53. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. We'll take a look and see what the markets are doing. Slide over to Star of the West in a moment. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Hilleshog Seeds. You know, they have some new varieties that are both number 1 and number 2 in recoverable sugar per ton and rhizoctonia resistance, which are two pretty large hurdles with the 2021 crop. Michigan Sugars folks are telling us that you do need to plant Hilleshog because of those two reasons, recoverable sugar per ton and rhizoctonia resistance. Hilleshog, the heartbeat of sweet, making Michigan's growers generations strong. On the line with me right now, I think I've got Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Gary, good morning. How are you this morning?
Hey, good morning there, Jerry. I'm doing well, thanks.
You're keeping busy?
Well, always busy on a Friday, it seems like.
Well, I guess. Let me make sure I got all the buttons pushed here so I can hear you.
Yeah.
There. I think maybe I've got you.
Hello?
Yep. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, Terry.
All righty. So what's going on the board right now, Gary?
Well, we got some mixed markets going on today. Yesterday, wheat was the leader. Today, they're the loser. So anyways, currently, we got cash wheat down 9, Terry, at 766 on the white, 731 on the red. New crop for next year, down 6 at 792 on the white, 732 on the red. Cash corn up a nickel right now at 527. New crop for next year up 2 at 492. Cash soybeans currently up 20 at 1199. And new crop is up 14 at 1168, Terry.
So over the past week, what has been the big mover? What's been the big shaker?
Well, last week we had wheat up 3 for the week. Corn was up 16 for the week, and beans were down 10 for the week. Well, and this week, fast forward to this week, wheat for a week is down about 35, corn down about 10, and actually beans are about up 11. So, basically the support on the beans been more demand. We've seen China come back in the market. There was speculation on Wednesday that they were coming in, and they have yesterday and again today. So demand continues to be very good. And same thing on corn for the most part. Demand's picking up. Where wheat, we rallied on weather in Australia, and now Australia's crop is looking a little bigger and maybe not as bad, and so we're kind of taking some of that gains we've seen on the wheat here in the last week, backwards a little bit this week.
So at this stage of the game, we've got a government report coming up. What is that, next week?
Yep, Terry, that is next week on the 9th. We're going to get our monthly supply and demand report. And, I'm not sure if we're going to get much information from that, but we'll see what the numbers are. As I always say, it is a government report, so anything's possible.
I was just going to say, I would have to assume that we're not really going to get a lot of fireworks because just about anything and everything that can happen has happened. But we got the government. That's
from what I've been reading into that report, they're probably going to raise production on corn, Terry. I think is maybe the biggest thing to look for in that report. But again, our corn, U.S. corn, is more competitive in the world today. Based on pricing that we're seeing, and demand has been good. So it could, at the end of the day, it could just be a wash, so.
Well, hopefully that's the case, and then we can continue to move forward because we got to make some plans for next year, don't we?
Absolutely, yeah. And a lot of that is currently going on, for sure. So,
Gary, you take care. Have a great weekend, okay?
I will, Terry. You do the same. Thank
we'll
you.
Talk to you on Monday. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. We'll talk to Doug Klein in just a moment, but this reminder, the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Schaefer and Beerline. This area's certified ag dealer. You can make a new Ram commercial truck a part of your everyday use for family, farm, and business today. See Schaefer and Beerline since 1852. Where family and service sells cars. And by the folks at Ed Raymond and Sons, quality clothing and shoes since 1919. Hey, do you need selection? Their inventory of Carhartt, Red Wing, Stormy Cromer clothing and hats, Irish Setter, Thorogood boots, it's second to none. And they've also got a really good selection of big and tall sizes. They've been around for over 100 years. They know what you need in order to look sharp and be functional, no matter what the weather is and whatever the job is that you need to get done. 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning. They're open 7 days. Check them out at edraymond.com. Along with me, Doug Klein with Oppenheimer. Doug, good morning. How are you this morning?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hey, not too bad. What's going on, Doug?
Well, it looks like we got about 1%, 1.5% on corn and soybeans going up. Wheat's kind of down 1%. Still running crude oil and the energies a little bit. 2% up on crude oil, 1.5% on gasoline and diesel fuel. Natural gas running about 3%, but that's pretty mild for those guys. So here's your numbers. The December corn is 5.84 1/4, up 7 1/4. The March corn is 5.83 3/4, up 7 cents. January soybeans 12.66 3/4, up 22.5. The March soybeans 12.71 1/2, up 21.5. December wheat 7.99, down 7.5, and the March wheat is 8.05 1/2, down 9.5. Crude oil 67.97 is still not terrible. It's up $1.47 today. Heating oil is 213.20. That's up 2.8 cents. Gasoline 1.99 1/4. That's up 2.5 cents, and still doesn't justify more than about 2.70 a gallon at the pump. We'll see about that. Natural gas is 4.20. That's up 14 cents.
I'll put you on hold here, so hang on.
The Canadian dollar is $1.2814 at the border. That's up 6 ticks. The yen is at 113.05, down 10 ticks. The euro's at 112.96, down 3 ticks. Dollar's at 96.23, up 7 ticks. Gold's finally going up. One day rally here. 1774.80, up $14. Silver's at 22.36, up 5 cents. And then platinum's at 925.60, down $7.50.
Have a great weekend, Doug.
Thanks. Yep, you too.
We'll talk to you again. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Along with me, Stephanie Zelenko. Stephanie works for AgroLiquid. Do a little research from time to time, right, Stephanie?
Absolutely. We do a bunch of research.
What's going on right now? What are producers asking, and what are you telling them?
Well, we just had our annual agronomic meeting. So that's a team of our researchers. along with our agronomists from across the country. And the one thing that really stood out this week is sulfur responded very, very well on a lot of crops, primarily corn, wheat is where we think of sulfur, but we saw some excellent responses on soybeans as well. And that's one thing that a lot of our growers are asking us as well is we don't get that free sulfur from the atmosphere anymore. What can we do fertility wise to make sure our crops have enough?
So how do we go about doing that?
Well, there's a lot of different options on the market. AgroLiquid has a number of different products that we recommend as part of our portfolio. When we're looking at sulfur, if we have really low levels and we're pushing for those high yields, I like to see a multiple system approach. So if you can get some out early in the season, whether it's with a weed and feed nitrogen program or through your planter option, that's a great start. And then follow up with those in-season applications, whether it's a side dress or wide drop treatment, or on soybeans, you can even come through with a foliar pass.
So as far as cost is concerned, everybody's looking at the bottom line. What are you thinking?
Absolutely. And one part of our research is we always look at the economics because we recognize that if we can't be economical, get the grower that dollar back plus some additional income, it's not worth their investment up front. And we're seeing a 95% or higher economic return by adding sulfur to a fertility program on corn.
So I guess it's one thing to have to maybe pay a little bit more, but the return on your investment, you got to be looking at that, right?
Absolutely. That's where that profit comes from for a grower. So that's where you guys want to take a look is, make those decisions wisely. It's very tempting to cut back as we see input prices go up, but look at that soil test and figure out which one of those nutrients are actually going to help you, get a better return come harvest season.
Stephanie Zelenko, thank you very much for sharing. We really appreciate it. You have a great weekend, okay?
You too. Thank you.
Well, you bet. Stephanie Zelenko with AgroLiquid. She's the research agronomist there.
A new year calls for a new Deere. Get ready for 2022 with the John Deere compact utility tractor from Hudson. We're offering 0% for 84 months financing on all compact tractors through the end of this year. Own a new 1023E for just $203 a month, or step up to the 1025R for $227 a month. Come by Hudson, your local John Deere dealer, or visit us online at HudsonInc.com to see if you qualify. Offers end December 31st, 2021. Some restrictions may apply. See dealer for details.
Are you upset with your current planter performance? Are you considering buying a new planter but blown away from sticker shock? With Precision Planting's VSET, V-Drive, and Delta Force, we can retrofit your old planter to outperform any new planter on the market. Then access all your data from planting to harvest easily with Field View. Call PC Ag Solutions today and get your parts ordered, installed, and ready to go for the upcoming growing season. 989-868-4444. PC Ag Solutions. Along with me, Kim Weiss over at Lingle Equipment. Kim, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Terry.
You've been a busy man these days. I tell you, every Friday I try to get a hold of you, and you're off running, selling something, and you're selling stuff ahead of time too. But from what I understand, you got a little inventory there at Lingle Equipment right now.
Yeah, we did, Terry. We got some things in, and basically in our subcompact line, the BX series tractors, and I got a BX 2380, 23 horse with a hydro transmission, 4-wheel drive, power steering, and your choice of tires with a 60-inch mower deck on it. And then also I added on something that we've already got a taste out there in the Vassar, Frankenmuth, and I guess downtown Richville taste of what we're looking for in the future. And so you may need a snowblower, a 50-inch front mount, quick attach snowblower for it. It's a great piece of equipment. I've got some here now, and you can get 0% for 60 months with nothing down. You're looking right in that 277 range, but come on in and take a look at it, and let's sit down and talk about it. It's easy to stop in here. We're right alongside I-75 just south of Zilwaukee Bridge, or give me a call at 989-754-7801, or send me an email and I'll send you the information back at k.weiss@lingle1.com.
Kim, always great to talk. You take care. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you again next week. All righty?
Yep, Terry, and I've got to add one quick one in there yet. Go blue.
There you go. We're all going blue. Hopefully our boys will do her. You take care. Kim Weiss over at Lingle Equipment. On the line with me right now, I've got Craig Voorhees from the Rummel Agency. Craig, getting ready here for the end of the year. You got a tip or two?
Yes, Terry, we are getting ready for next year. We're actually out delivering our calendars for 2022 right now. And one of the things we'll be talking with folks about is their payroll for next year. You know, that affects many parts of your policies, the work comp, possibly your general liability. So that's one thing folks should be talking with their agent about is their best guess on their payroll for next year.
Yeah. Hopefully all of us have a nice, healthy new year, 2022. There's a lot of us still working out there, aren't we?
Yep, we're working every day, Terry, and glad to do it, and thankful to be doing it as well.
Boy, I guess so. Craig, you take care. We'll talk to you on Monday, all right?
All right, Terry, thank you.
You bet. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Back with more.
Whether your family farm has been passed down through generations or you're just getting started, knowledge and partnership fuel constant growth along the way. As the legacy of your farm strengthens, shared values and a never-ending commitment remain. ACH Seeds is proud to work with you to sustain your continued growth. This partnership, driven by a shared passion that never stops growing, is refined over time and cultivated in common ground.
This is Jeff Karst, your ACH Seeds representative. Our 2022 lineup is better than ever. Crystal Beet seed varieties offer a full spectrum of defensive traits combined with top-performing yield and sugar potential. And speaking of defense, ask me about our new CR Plus trait offered in select Crystal varieties. Not only does this offer the potential for less spraying, but it also protects yields while doing so. I look forward to hearing from you and working toward continued success. Thanks again for partnering with ACH Seeds.
ACH Seeds. Good things come from common ground.
Right now, Tri-County Equipment has got the Western plows for your gator. You know, whatever it needs. It'll take care of itself. All you got to do is hook it up to that UTV. They've got Western Impact heavy-duty UTV snowplows right now at Tri-County Equipment, working harder, doing more.
The YMCA of Saginaw is where Michael discovered he still has game and rediscovered his passion for volunteerism. It's also where he reconnected with old friends, made new ones, and trained for his first 5K run. The Y is a vital part in your quest to connect and build a stronger spirit, mind, and body. This season, the YMCA is transforming lives. Join the Saginaw YMCA today, and new members experience no membership dues till January. Stay a year, and they'll reward you with 3 free months. The Y, forever here for you.
Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City.